Hey everyone, it's Drea Anoka here with the Alkaline Lifestyle, and I just am popping on here on this channel to talk with you all about identity shifting and how you can transform your life with this simple technique from going from broken, poor, sad, and unhealthy, anything that you truly do not want and desire in your life, where you feel you are right now, to where you want to be. So before we get started, be sure to like, subscribe, share, write a comment, a question, anything to give this video some love and support, and let's dive in. Okay, so when we are thinking of our life and we want to change ourselves, we have this identity of what we think about our reality, about who we are. We have this identity that we agree to, and it reaffirms our current state. So if we are, for example, we're a Cancer, we are somebody who has cancer, right? And so we're thinking of, we have taken on the identity of, I'm a cancer patient, I am a cancer woman, I am a woman with cancer, I am a man with cancer, I have cancer, I am cancer, I am a cancerous person, right? So we take on this identity, and so we reaffirm that we have cancer, that our life revolves around cancer, and that we are cancer, right? And so we take it on this identity, we reaffirm it, and now we are stuck in this uncomfortable, unhappy place of cancer. And how do we get out of here? How do we get out of this hole that we've dug ourselves into? How do we get out of this identity of what we no longer desire to be, right? We hold on to what's familiar because the unknown is so scary. It can be, ancestrally, like anything that was perceived as a threat was uncomfortable. Anything that was perceived as dangerous, we stayed away from, right? So we didn't move towards anything that felt dangerous or threatening. We stayed where it was comfortable and safe. And so holding on to this identity, that's what's familiar to us. That's what our body identifies as. That's literally what all of our cells and selves remember and recall. And we continue to reaffirm it until we make the identity switch. So what does that look like? Identity switching is taking on the identity of who you desire to be, of what you desire to have in your life, of the outcome or the goal that you desire to achieve. So for somebody who has cancer, for example, and you want to be somebody who has health, somebody who is healthy. And so that looks like perhaps no more cancer. That looks like somebody with energy and vitality. That looks like somebody who eats a nourishing diet. That looks like somebody who lives an active lifestyle. That looks like somebody who has connection. These are all examples of, I'm not painting the picture of what being non-cancerous or healthy looks like for everybody, but what I am saying is if I am somebody who right now I have cancer and I desire to be this person that no longer has cancer, I'm thinking about what supports that identity. What would that person be doing? How would that person be thinking? How would that person be taking care of themselves? And so the best practice is, we get the idea in our head of what that looks like, but then we have to write it down, because there is proven evidence that when you write something down, it becomes concrete, and it deepens the neurological pathways in our brain that we now are making. If you think of it as like topography, right? And you create the peaks and valleys in the topography, and the more that you emphasize the valley in the neurological pathway in the brain, the higher the peaks become. And so the more concrete that this becomes in your topography of your brain. So if I am somebody who identifies as being healthy, I want to take out a piece of paper and a pen or a marker, something that you cannot erase. You want this to be set in stone. You want this to be who you really desire to be. And I veer away from using pencils because we can easily erase everything. Like, I want this to be intentional. I don't want this to be sloppy. I want this to be intentional, and I want this to be solid. So I'm going to use a pen, and it can be any color you want, doesn't matter, and a piece of paper. And I'm going to draw up this person, an avatar, if you will. I'm going to draw up what this person looks like, what her hair looks like, her features. You know, for me, it's being 140 pounds of solid muscle. That I've been 140 pounds, but it was never in like just solid lean muscle. It was like it was from a very unhealthy state. So one of my goals is to look a specific way. And so I would draw out the length of my hair, the shape of my hair, the texture of my hair, the color. I would draw out my facial features. I would draw out, do I have a nose ring? Do I wear a smile on my face? Anything like physically what this avatar looks like, okay? So that is that person. Next, I'm going to write out all of the adjectives and verbs that describe this person, what this person thinks, what this person feels, what this person says, how this person acts, what this person does. So it looks like, for example, for me, it looks like, you know, I have X number of net worth. I have X number of dollars in my bank account. I can lift, you know, I have 140 pounds of solid lean muscle and a proportioned physique. I smile, I laugh, I am playful, I am funny, like all of these things that support who this new identity is. And then what I do is I read it every morning upon waking up after meditation, and then every night before bed. And sometimes I do it a couple times throughout the day as well. The more the better, because the more that you're emphasizing the valleys in your topography, you're really concreting those neurological pathways in the brain. So the more that you read this, the more that it becomes normal and natural for you. So there's going to feel like a river of change. It's going to feel really uncomfortable because you're used to affirming this person, and now you are affirming this person that you're not familiar with yet. Maybe in your dreams, maybe in your fantasies, maybe in your imagination, but in reality, you haven't experienced this person yet, or maybe you did, but it's been so long since you've been this person that it feels uncomfortable. And that is normal. That is what you want to feel, because eventually this person is going to feel more normal than this person. So once you become more familiar with this identity, you start not only just reading it, but feeling it when you're reading it. And now you're going out into your world and you're remembering who that person is, and now you're acting like that person. In the beginning, it's going to feel, it can feel like a lie, right? Like, that's not who I am. That's not what I recognize. That's not what I identify as right now. But eventually it becomes more normal, and you start to remember what it is that you wrote down, who it is that you designed yourself to be, and in your day-to-day life, you're going to have things that remind you of that person. And that's when you become consciously aware of who you were and who you are becoming and who you are being. So I hope this exercise, this practice, gives you the confidence to at least start to transform your life, and maybe it gives you the abundance of confidence to transform your life. If you need any help, support, or tips, please feel free to reach out to me in the comments below. Also reach out to me through my website, alkalinelifestyle.com, where I can support you as your coach for one-on-one transformation in your health and wellness journey. Health and wellness encompasses all of life, so we hit on all of the every area of your life wheel that gives you your health and wellness. So thank you all for watching this video. I hope it helps. Please, again, like, subscribe, share, hit the bell for notifications, and leave a comment below. It could be something nasty. I don't really care if you like this video or not. So I will see you all in the next one.